Serving up history, Eala piles up career milestones in smashing 2025 campaign. Eala had a year to remember with milestone after milestone in 2025, highlighted by a rise to a career-best number 50 in the WTA rankings. Eala has been on a steady rise over the last couple of years, but her 2025 season proved to be stellar in terms of making strides as she catapulted herself to international stardom with her sustained success. After beginning the year among the 100s in the WTA rankings, Eala finally broke through and reached number 50. She will head into the new season ranked 53rd in the world. With more than a handful of milestones, Eala enters 2026 with a lot of expectation and promise. But before Alex gets going with her first foray into the main draw of the Australian Open, we retrace the biggest moments of the 2025 season. March 2025, momentous in Miami. For most people, Eala's breakthrough started with her unreal run at the Miami Open, where she was given a wild card entry as world number 140. Entering the tournament as a relative unknown, Eala quickly established herself as one of the next big things in tennis when she made a Cinderella run all the way to the semifinals. She first nabbed a win over American Katie Volanets, 6-3, 7-6-3. A victory that set off a series of resounding upsets that pushed Eala to the consciousness of every tennis fan in the world. Not only did she follow up her win over Volanets with a 7-6-2, 7-5 win over Yelena Ostapenko, but she had more surprises in store. In her first two matches against top 5 players, Eala beat Madison Keys, WTA number 5, and Iga Swiatek, WTA number 2, with convincing 2-set wins. She then gave eventual runner-up Jessica Pegula a run for her money before succumbing in 3 sets, 7-6-3, 5-7, 6-3. The dream run in Miami opened up a plethora of opportunities for Eala, gaining 390 points in the WTA 1000 tournament. At the end of it, Eala was thrusted into the WTA top 75, making up a total of 65 places in a matter of days because of her achievement. Miami's hefty payday was also an added bonus, netting Eala upwards of $332,000, approximately PHP 19,500,000. May 2025, Grand Slam debut in Paris. After falling painstakingly short of the main draw in qualifying stints multiple times in the past, Eala finally got her shot at the big leagues when she was given a main draw slot in Roland Garros thanks to her performance in Miami. But Eala's inexperience in high-level competition did get the better of her this time. Though she did manage to get a set, the 20-year-old fell at the hands of lower-ranked Emiliana Arango, 6-0, 2-6, 6-3. June 2025, first WTA final. Despite her setback on clay, Eala was able to get back on her feet quickly when the grass season started. Even as a newbie on the surface, owing to limited courts to practice on with grass at RNA, Eala showed she could hang with the best of them when she made it to the main draw of the Eastbourne Open, one of the main build-ups for Wimbledon. After beating out American Hailey Baptiste in the qualifying final, Eala strung together 4 straight wins, which included a repeat over Ostapenko, raising her head-to-head record over the Latvian to 2-0. Going up against fellow qualifier Varvara Gracheva in the semifinals, Eala dug deep against the world number 111. Favored in their matchup, Eala bucked a second-set defeat to win a lopsided third set, 7-5, 2-6, 6-3, en route to her first-ever WTA final. Meeting fellow rising star Maya Joint in the championship round, Eala was tested to the maximum. In a match that deserves its own rewinder, Eala and Joint pushed themselves to the limit in an extended match that featured a lengthy tiebreak in the third set. But as luck would have it, the 20-year-old just couldn't finish the job and settled for runner-up. Still, with a match that ended with the scoreline 6-4, 1-6, 6, 10-7, Eala could hardly be called second best in the tournament. While it did leave a sour taste in Eala's mouth, being unable to win her first WTA title, she was able to take important lessons from the experience and improve on herself. Shortly after, Eala made her main draw debut in Wimbledon, where she fell against defending champion Barbara Krejcikova, 3-6, 6-2, 6-1. August 2025. Breakthrough in New York. Despite Eala's shortcomings since the Miami Open, the 20-year-old was able to get through the biggest hurdle of the year at the U.S. Open. Historically a great venue for Eala in her career, the Flushing Meadows provided the backdrop for Eala's first-ever Grand Slam win in the main draw, which marked the first time a Filipino has ever won a singles main draw match at the slam level. Going up against higher-ranked Clara Towson, Eala dug deep to win a heart-stopping tiebreak in the third set to etch her name anew in tennis history for the Philippines, 6-3, 2-6, 7-6-11. Even as she faltered in the round of 64 against Spain's Cristina Buxa, 6-4, 6-3, Eala was still able to make her mark. September 2025, glory in Guadalajara. Buoyed by her first Grand Slam main draw win, Eala entered the WTA Challenger in Guadalajara with a new lease on her career. Back on her favorite surface, Eala had a field day in the hard court against lower-ranked opponents as the 2 seed. After surviving an earlier scare against USA's Varvara Lepchenko, where she needed all 3 sets to march on, 6-3, 7, 7-6-3, 6-3, Eala made sure to clean up her act, eking out wins over Nicole Huergo and Kayla Day in 2 sets. During the final, Eala needed to shake off a surprisingly slow start against Hungary's Punna Udvardy. Though lower ranked than Eala at world number 134, she did give her a scare after a dominating 6-1 first set. Thankfully for Eala, she was able to force the decider with an extended 7-5 victory in set 2. With momentum on her side, she was able to finish the job with a 6-3 finish in set 3. She thus netted her first title in the WTA calendar, along with a $15,500 prize, approximately PHP 900,000. December 2025, streak-busting triumph in Thailand. While Eala's last few tournaments in the tour for the year were so-and-so, with a handful of early exits, the 20-year-old's year did cap off with a bang. Competing in only her second SEA Games, Eala broke through in women's singles when she netted the gold medal in the SEA Games 2025 in Thailand. Faced against home bets, the 20-year-old stamped her class on the rest of the field. Though she was denied of a highly anticipated rematch against Indonesia's Janice Jen, who retired in the semis due to illness, Eala ended up having to fight Thailand's Maninkaya Sawanki in the battle for the gold medal. Regardless of who she won it against, Eala was able to end a 26-year drought of gold medals in women's singles for the Philippines in the SEA Games. History in sports is rarely announced with trumpets. More often, it arrives quietly, on the crack of a racket, in the rhythm of footwork, in the calm between points when an athlete decides, again and again, to believe. In 2025, Alex Eala has been living in that quiet space where history is made, serving up a season that feels less like a breakout and more like a long-awaited arrival. For years, Eala's name carried promise. A junior Grand Slam champion, a disciplined left-hander with a fighter spirit, a player shaped by global courts, yet deeply rooted in Filipino pride. But 2025 is the year when promise hardened into performance, when potential transformed into proof. Each tournament became another chapter, each one another sentence in a story that now reads like a manifesto. Alex Eala belongs.